Well, holy some monkeys, guys. Put your guys to beds, hide your wives, because the Twitter streets are not talking about GTA 6. A lot of people got pale and started shaking after hearing the news. We're gonna talk about it. We also have Battlefield beta news, and a lot of people are kind of sus, and I guess rightfully so. We have good news, we got bad news. We're gonna talk about it. Let's go for 5 likes on the situation. And for your reward, here's a picture of Slushy trying to counter ratio the big homie, but failing miserably. But coming in at number 8, we actually ended up getting like Screen Rant out here, and we're hearing about GTA 6 character possibly revealed by voice actor, and this post ended up getting ganked by Dave Jackson, right? You know how that goes. But apparently we caught him with that 4K camera, and Dave Jackson came out and he says that, so I just found out from the producers that it is official. I will play the role of Police Chief McClane in the new Grand Theft Auto series. I didn't have the heart to tell them that. I didn't really have the time for it. Yup, someday I will take a nap. I know it. I just know it. Seriously, it is a privilege to work with such a professional and fun group of folks. If you're a gamer, stay tuned. And then the homie Tom Henderson came on and says that a voice actor by the name of Dave Jackson has claimed he's playing the role of Captain McClane in the next GTA title, presumably GTA 6. And honestly though, later on Tom did say that he thinks it's not GTA 6, but the fact that Dave Jackson was like, yo, I'm working in the new Grand Theft Auto series, that got a lot of people pale. People started shaking. People were like, yo, that's it, we're getting GTA 6. But later on he dropped a stun grenade on the entire fan base by saying that, so I pulled down the last post for a while because I was bombarded by reporters and video game magazine editors looking for a scoop. I almost couldn't believe how much attention I received just from that post. It's like, calm down dudes, a sheesh. And I gotta say, man, don't sheesh the homie. You literally just bukkakid the whole fan base by actually deleting that post and now saying this. Says that, I will say this, the producer said I could spread the word and there will be a new trailer soon. Now that definitely has me shaking and whatnot, but the fact that he says that there will be a new trailer soon, I'm kind of thinking he's talking about GTA 5 remaster, maybe the GTA trilogy. That's very possible that he might have a role in GTA trilogy or GTA 5. There's no way they're gonna drop like a GTA 6 trailer before GTA 5 comes out, right? Like, I'm talking about the remaster version. So yeah, it looks very unlikely that this is about GTA 6. Another day and we're getting bukkakid hard, buckos. And Sledgehammer Games really did came out and they added the trios to the Vanguard Champion Hill Alpha. And yesterday it was a real doozy, man. A lot of people were like wilding out. People were saying Call of Duty trash, Battlefield trash, and it was kind of like a wild side to see. A lot of people were letting that out of their system, and it was quite therapeutic, I would say, right? But then Sledgehammer Games came out, and this is the greatest plot twist of the century. I did not see this coming. Apparently Sledgehammer Games are addressing the issues. Basically, a lot of people were complaining about the visibility. You know, like when you get hit, the screen will go dark. That's a genuine complaint. So yeah, they are listening. They say that they're gonna be fixing that. They're gonna be spawn tuning it. Map visibility, yep, that was another complaint. Audio mix tuning, nameplate visibility issue, aim assist through destructible walls. Yeah, I gotta clap up for these homies out here. I did not see that coming, okay? I didn't see that coming. And apparently we also have a video of this gentleman out here that actually called it a nuke and says Bismillah, and I gotta say no Jannah for you, okay? But we're gonna roll that video. It's actually pretty good. Let's check it out.
Jay. Yeah!
Man got hit in the
25,000 جبتها بالضبط. Let's go buying out. كتكفون buying out. ايوه buying out. Let's go. خليني امشي بشوي شو راح اشتري. اصبر
My bad for the Twitter compression.
اوكي. Killing all players. بسم الله. اشتريته. دقيت عليهم.
Yeah, no Jannah for you, man. No Jannah for you. Yeah, man, he's really shaking. He's really shaking. And they're calling the V2. And this is how it's gonna look like. I know the quality is kind of bad here. It's Twitter, but you'll see the nuka here. And that is, it's basically like,
Let's go, boy.
It's like Modern Warfare 2019. The whole screen gets white out here. It's almost as though they're trying to blind me. At this point, I'd rather just blind myself, right? Like, that's basically the nuke out here. But hey, man, it exists. I wanted to show you that. Now, ladies and gentlemen, speaking of fans getting mad, well, look no further than the Science Row comment section, okay? Every character here feels like that they would be bullied by the OG cast. This game is literally about the group of TikTokers taking on drug cartels. I'm so tired of loving franchises that don't love me back. Same here, man. There are a lot of franchises that I love that don't love me back, okay? Personally, I'm not too mad about the situation as long as the game is good, the game feels good, it's fun to play. Then I'm there. Yeah, the characters are not relatable, and that's basically the biggest issue with the fans right now. Initially was the customization. The devs came out, they said that there will be customization, and now a lot of people are like, yo, what's that? Like, this is like a TikToker right there. They really massacred the characters, but later on we heard this from the devs that they won't back down from the new game's direction despite a lot of grumbling and pressure from upset fans. They say that they will hold their ground, they will keep on doing helicopters, but they're really on the fans' chest out here. I mean, it is what it is, man, because we're really in 2021, so it'd be like that sometimes, guys. But VGC also says that Naughty Dog says it's aggressively hiring for its new cinematic multiplayer game, which a data mine recently suggested could be a battle royale game. And yes, it really looks like that we're gonna be getting The Last of Us 2 battle royale. I'm personally hoping that at least one of those locations is like a proper golf club, okay? If there's no golf club, then I don't want it. I really don't want it. But if there are like 2 golf clubs, then as the homie who called in the nuke says Bismillah, I'm gonna be saying Bismillah as well. Speaking of Battlefield 2042, we need to have a stud muffin moment here, okay? Because a lot of people got sus, a lot of people are not sure. We have Slushy shaking on the entire situation. You guys already know how the homie Slushy rolls, but the homie Sylvester folk added the real Andy McNamara in the situation, and Andy McNamara came out and says that I know when things happen, I just cannot share them yet. We have more coming on social, and the open beta is in September. So once again, he's confirming that the beta is not getting delayed. And recently, a lot of people have gotten sus. People were expecting the gameplay to happen at the Gamescom. It never did. Then people assumed that it's gonna happen maybe after the Gamescom. Then people got reminded that EA officially canceled the playtest for the Battlefield 2042 over on the PS5 by saying that they had ran into critical issue. There are already people trying to counter ratio over on Twitter by saying that Battlefield 2042 beta is trash. It's not looking good. So you got people like that, and you got people like Slushy shaking on the entire situation. So the streets are kind of divided. But Andy McNamara followed it by saying that we did Exodus and Irish this month, plus a ton of story building, which is facts. We are doing everything we can to keep the player community informed. Things just take time, and shout out to the homie for adding me in the situation. And that is kind of true, but at the end of the day, dog, the game is coming out in less than 2 months, and we haven't even seen the official gameplay, right? And obviously a lot of people are paranoid, a lot of people are sus, and I would really say this: if we don't hear about the beta next week, then it's likely getting delayed. Maybe a week delay, 2 weeks delay. I don't think they're really gonna delay the game out, but they surely can if they feel like they need to, and if they need to, that's perfectly fine. But if they don't announce the game next week, then we're likely gonna have to have a stud muffin moment, because it's not gonna be looking good, okay? The homie Corey also added me in the situation out here, because apparently PlayStation game file size came out, and they say that they have seen in the PlayStation Store that beta has been available for all platforms for Sony Pony 4 and PS5, but they still have not added the data. They only got the name, and after the data, he will reveal the background size, like how many gigabytes it will be, whether it will be like 200 gigs like Warzone, or will it be like 20 gigs. He will actually let us know. We definitely have a trooper looking after us, and that's kind of good to see. But before we get to #1 spot, I need to shout out all these sugar daddies for becoming a member on the channel: Strictly Gaming, Carnage, Teammate, JDN, Running Black, Ganji. Y'all are giga chats for that one. And if a sugar daddy like you is out there in the wild, feel free to become a member. But if you can't, you watching the videos, you liking them, you hitting the bell, you're a crazy motherfucker out there, okay? And speaking of the free games, we're getting Hitman 2. Yeah, a little bit of dopamine there, but Predator Hunting Grounds Overclocked, that's a little bit low dopamine. And you can see like homie started sleeping, and shout out to the homie for adding me in the situation. Homie started sleeping out here, and we have another man yawning on the entire situation. But check out this video on the screen, hit the subscribe bell so I can interrupt you every time you're about to score on your crush. Subscribe, subscribe, subscribe.